Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? It is Friday night. It has been a long work week. I mean, a long, like the usual 5 days, but it just seemed extra long this week. I don't know why. It just kind of, sometimes work feels like that. But yeah, it is Friday night, and that means it's a beer tasting night. All right. If you want to subscribe, if you haven't already, and you want to help me get up to 1,000 subscribers, that would be outstanding. You want to like, comment, and do all that interesting, fun stuff. I do enjoy the banter, so I will get back to you. Um, but let's get on with this. This one, I'm going to definitely need to grab my magnifying glass for this because how am I going to read that? Like, it's almost the same color. But this is from Sawdust City Brewing Company. This one is called There's No Way of Knowing. Sawdust City Brewing Company. And Tracy got me this. It's an IPA, so I'm expecting generic IPA, but we'll find out in a minute. It is, what is it, 6.2% alcohol. That part I can read. There's no way of knowing, and she got it kind of as a joke because of the cutesy picture on the can, and it is pretty cutesy. It almost looks like something you'd give like an 8-year-old, but don't give it to an 8-year-old. No, 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 no. I'm just saying, do not feed your children alcohol. But I mean, okay, I'm Gen X. Okay, it was kind of a thing for us, but it wasn't frowned upon as much as it is today. But also, yeah, yeah, don't get your kids drunk. A little sippy sip here and there. Okay, fine. I'm Gen X. That's how we rolled. But anyway, there is no way of knowing. So it is there, and this unicorny looking thing with looks like dreams. There's hearts and rainbows and flowers and stuff all over the place on this. It is a very happy looking can. Um, Strong beer with natural flavors. I can read that part. I don't think I'm going to be able to read the little story in the back. I'll give it a shot real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Excuse me. Let's see. I can, but it's still good. It's going to be slow. So let me grab my magnifying glass. Pause. Okay, I'm back. Oops, sorry, guns. That there. My magnifying glass. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. It just that was a cool thing to do. Actually, I have a Jack Nicholson picture on the wall. I don't know if it's from a movie or what, but it must be. He's holding a magnifying glass like this. It's like, no, but it's a big one. Anyway, let's get into this. Sawdust City Brewing Company. There's no way of knowing. Here we go. As old man winter sorry, even with the magnifying glass. Anyway, as old man winter begrudgingly releases his icy grip, sweet lady spring swoops in and softly serenades us. What does this new season bring? What does this new season bring? Then what does the future hold? Really, there's no way of knowing. That's the name of the beer. Wow. Now I'm intrigued. There's no way of knowing. With the sparkling effervescence of a warm day and flowery aromas of fresh citrus, there's no way of knowing. There it is again. There's no way of knowing brings us all we love about spring, bright and breezy. It's the perfect accompaniment. Sorry, it's the color is so and also it's like I say all the time. It's not as bright in here as it looks on the screen. It's actually pretty dim in here because I need to change 2 bulbs in that light, in my overhead light, and this lamp. I could shine it down on my face, but it doesn't really help the can too much. So let my lamp back up there. Anyway, sorry, down to the last line. Bright and breezy. It's a perfect accompaniment to new beginnings. Go outside and enjoy. But we're not allowed to drink out in public. Well, actually, we kind of are now in Toronto, depending on where you are. So, yeah, it's great. Smoke weed in public. a woman can actually smoke weed in front of a police station, completely topless, boobs flopping out everywhere, and it's perfectly legal. I mean, that's Canada. Love it. Yeah, but flopping out like every girl's boobs are all floppy. And sadly, the most of the boobs that you get to see are the ones you kind of okay. I'm a guy. We want to see all the boobs, but whatever, they're just not they're not porn grade. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. No offense to anybody. I mean, like, I don't take my shirt off for reasons. All right, so yeah, I'm a fatty. But let's try this beer. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it looks. Hi, guns. Leave that over there. All right, let's open it up. Ooh, a little bit of froth. It smells IPA-ish. Just want to check one other thing on here. I just want to see ingredient-wise if there's anything different, interesting. Strong beer, natural flavors, blah, blah, blah. No, there really isn't. So I have a feeling, honestly, it's going to be, no offense to the company, I've had other beers by this company, from this brewery, and they've all been, not all, that I can't remember. I've done so many of these, but I know that there's ones that I did like and ones that I don't. So, and 6.2% alcohol, so it's not a heavy hitter. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. Excuse me. Let's give it a shot, give it a go. Kind of a terrible pour, I'm not going to lie. That is an awful pour. Let's see. But yeah, really, really bad pour. But let's see. Doesn't really smell that impressive, but we'll see how it goes. Foam's gone down a little bit, so. It's kind of sweet as far as IPAs go. It's sweet, but not particularly overwhelming. It's actually pretty bland. As fun as the can looks, the beer itself really doesn't have a lot happening. Let's put some more barley, wheat. Yeah, there's doesn't seem like there's not a lot of really hard citrus flavor or like grapefruit flavor that you're sort of used to getting in an IPA, like that sort of bitterness. Like it doesn't even have that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There, like I said, I've had other beers from this brewery that are like tasty. They're good, but this one's kind of lacking. No, sorry guys, but I'm just being honest. It's not. It's really nothing too special. But like even sometimes you get that aftertaste where okay, you let the beer settle a little bit, and it's got like some flavors going on that just sort of came in later. It doesn't even have that. It's just it just sort of you just drink it. It's would I buy this again? No, I didn't buy this one to begin with. Tracy did, but she didn't buy it. She knows I'm not a huge fan of IPAs anymore for the most part, but I think she just bought it because the can was like kind of silly looking, and I do really like the can art. It is funny. I mean, it looks like I said, it looks like something you'd see maybe in a daycare center wall or something, but I think it's obviously meant to be cheesy and silly. But yeah, I would almost think this would be better to have as a post fall or autumn drink. This is you're coming into the season with all the colors and all the things, and it's saying go outside and drink this beer. It's like it better be a damn hot day so I can drink it super fast and not notice how bland it is. And I'm not being a dick. I'm just being honest. But other people might have a different opinion. I'd probably rate this at a 5. Like it's not gross. It's just kind of boring. But the can art though is hilarious. I do love it. It looks like I would buy bed sheets just for myself because of that. If I ever felt nostalgic and I one to be 5 years old again. But yeah, I'm not saying don't buy it. Give it a go, and the Sawdust City Brewing Company does have other options, and check some of those out because there are some good ones. I can't think of the names. Like I said, I've done like almost 160 of these videos, so I don't remember every single one and which ones. I'd have to go back through my video library of beer tasting. Yeah. But yeah, give it a try yourself and see what you think. And just real quick, in other news, the Cylon here is not here by accident. What it is here is because I'm a big fan of the show Knight Rider from the 80s, the original, not that one they tried to bring back a few years ago, where his car was like the Inspector Gadget car because it turned into a truck for some reason. I don't know. I watched a little bit of one episode, or maybe I watched an episode. I don't know. Or it was just a trailer. I don't know. It just looked stupid, and I was not interested. And apparently, no one else was either because it didn't. I think they did a few episodes, and that was it. Maybe a season. I'm not sure. But Knight Rider, the original Knight Rider, with the Hoff, David Hasselhoff, of course, Kit, the car, the iconic car. Now, a few months ago, I bought this car from Knight Rider, the Evil Kit. I don't know what car stands for. I can't remember. But Kit stands for Knight Industries 2000. Which is KITT. This is KARR, and I can't remember what it stands for. But this is like the Evil Kit. And the store I got this at is a place called Thunderstruck Books, right there. Check it out if you're ever in Toronto. It's on Bloor Street. So it took me a second. I'm like, wait, where? I was almost going to say College Street, but yeah, it's on Bloor Street. Easiest way to think about it, it's cross street from the BMV. It's between Spadina and Bathurst. Spadina and Bathurst on the north side. 386 Bloor Street West. So if you're ever there, if you like manga, you like Funko, if you like movies and things like that, if you like little cars, there's got lots of cars there. I bought a few there over the last several months or years, so that I kind of discovered it or decided. I'd seen it there forever, and I just kept seeing the Funko heads, and I'm not really into them, so I never went in. Then I just went in on a whim one time and came out with a nice DeLorean time machine. So, and I bought two of them there. But anyway, that being said, kind of going away from what I was trying to say, I asked her about this. We were talking about it one time I was there, and I was saying, "You ever going to get the actual kit car in, like the actual kit instead of the evil one?" And she wasn't, I guess, so familiar with the show or at all. I'm not sure. She's younger than I am. I'm Gen X. I think she's millennial age, so she might not even really know the show so well. And I said, "Oh, it's a black one." She looked it up, and she actually ordered a couple. And apparently she has one she's putting aside for me, and I'm really excited. Probably going to try and grab that tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to having the two of them on the shelf. It's going to look really cool. And I don't know, I think I showed this last time, but because I didn't talk about this. And yeah, it has that. Because car had the yellow flashing lights, and and Kit had the red flashing lights. Oh, my voice is getting dry. At least that beer's good for something. Sorry, guys, it's just not a good beer. But anyway, the reason the connection with the Cylon is that I can't remember the guy's name. Gary, I don't know. Can't remember his name. And I don't even think it's Gary. But the guy who did the A-Team, also, I think he did Battlestar Galactica, or somebody who did some of the effects for one had something to do with the other. I can't remember exactly that connection, but the Cylons, if you know the show, especially the original show, this red visor across the face here, it goes with the red light going back and forth. Hi, guns. Red light going back and forth. And then when he designed Kit, it inspired it does the exact same thing, except it would be in red, not yellow, like this. And it makes the same noise as the Cylons do. And if you watch the opening credits to the A-Team, here's the other connection, the opening credits to the A-Team, Um, what's his name? Dirk Benedict, who's on the A team. I don't know. I just kind of flipped to the A team from Knight Rider for some reason, but he he played Starbuck, sort of the hero of the show, and you see a Cylon walking by in one episode, but it's also used the opening credits and walks by and he goes like, "Don't I know you?" kind of face, and it's also connecting that show. But I don't believe the A Team and Knight Rider actually exist in the same universe because that would have been a freaking amazing crossover. But anyway, that being said, I'm kind of straying off somewhere. I remember that she got me that car. Well, she didn't get it for me, but she got it because I mentioned it, and she saved one for me, which I'm super excited about. And I just wanted to throw that shout out again. That's Thunderstruck. Check this place out if you're there. It's very tight thing, so best to go in the summer when you're not big jacket. Is very tight, small store, but it has a lot of cool shit in there. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you watched it all the way to the end, if you like, if you've had this beer, or if you even work for Sawdust and you want to give me shit and tell me I'm an idiot for not liking your beer, I'm not going to change my mind. But anyway, that being said, like, comment. If you haven't subscribed already, help me get up to 1,000 subs. That would be outstanding. And I guess I'm going to go, and until the next one. Bye. Almost there.